Hey guys, so this video that you're about to watch is a private CRO audit that we did for an 8-figure brand that sells books and it's based in UK. Now, if you're going to stick around until the end of this video, I promise you that you're going to get so much value because these insight that you're going to receive, they can be applied in many other industries and you can try to test them on your own and make a lot of money. So this is going to be a long form video. Please let me know in the comments if you like this kind of videos and if you would like me to make other types of videos, talk about other topics, please let me know. And now let's jump straight into the video. So in case you don't know, what do? We partner up with 8-figure Shopify brands and we help them increase their conversion rate, average order value through A/B testing, data, and psychology. And as a result, they make a lot more profits and they manage to scale. So I spent some time on the website. I have gathered some information and I'm going to talk about all of the friction points that right now are stopping you guys from making so much more money from the same traffic. Same traffic, same ad spend. If you make these changes, you guys will make so much. So I'm going to go straight into the video. Now, first things, as I land on the homepage, I see that there is a lot of pop-ups, and I have here basically, as you can see, we have the 10% off, we have the customer support, we have the, this is the book club rewards, and we have the books to door, which is the app. And I'm not really sure if this happens the exact same on the product page, but imagine we have the sticky button to add to cart, we have this one, we have this, and I have the 10% off coupon, which I cannot even read what is happening here. So this is a big issue that needs to be fixed as soon as possible. And the way that you prioritize which one has to be removed or changed, it's based on data analysis, which is precisely, it's called heat map. This is going to show you which one gets interaction or not. And this one, I'm not saying this to like bullshit you guys. It's just, it is a big problem. One that I would do, just move this on this side because this one doesn't really, I cannot even see. Is this tools? Is this, I don't understand. This is quite a problem. Now, going back to this. So as I am on this section, this is called above the fold. This is the most important area that it's on the website. Why? Because 100% of the traffic sees this specific part of the website. When they start to scroll lower, you lose that traffic because they either exit, they bounce, or they go on a different page on the website. So we have to make the most out of it in this section. So there are a couple of things that can be improved here. Number one is the announcement bar. So right now we have the shop our summer collection now, which is literally what an announcement bar should do. But some people that come to your store, they don't know who you are. So what is important to show them social proof and to show them maybe the offer that you can show them, so to entice them to get and move on to the next step, which is to go and buy the book. So what to do in this section is I'm going to show you one real client example, which I can actually show you the back end story. So they were having a bar that is similar to yours. It was just very simple. So we did research through surveys, which is post-purchase surveys and email surveys, and we understood what are the customers' pain points and motivations, what specific language they were using, and then we used those specific elements, and we created the idea to change the announcement bar, and we added the free shipping on over 149. We added social proof, which is how many customers, and buy now and pay later with afterpay, because this is a higher ticket store. This was needed, and now we showed 3 messages instead of 1, and people are able to just read them and they switch after a few seconds. This change alone added $60,000 per month from the same traffic that is being, I'm not even kidding. And this is why this section is so incredibly important. Now, I would make some changes like this, obviously, after I'm doing the research. Everything that I'm saying here, do not just go and simply just change it randomly. It needs to be backed by research and data, then combined with psychology, and then that change has to have a reason, and then you A/B test that to see if that actually improves your store or not. Now, this was number one. Number two, I noticed that we have this hero banner, which is a carousel. There is one issue with this. There are more photos. I spoke with a lot of my colleagues from the field. We have tested this many, many times. More carousels, more photos that just goes like that and change, they do not work because more messages means no message. So just have one clear message at a time that doesn't change. This creates so much clarity. Now, this is number two. What else would I do is I would take this free UK delivery and I would just make it maybe smaller so then I can start to see all of the good unique selling propositions that you guys have, and now just put them two here, two here. Now I see everything, and I'll just make them smaller so it doesn't occupy that much space. Or maybe I would even remove the icons, for example. This is just an idea. Okay, this was with the homepage. Now going to the mobile menu. Actually, there's one more thing. What would I do in this section is we want to make the customer experience way more frictionless, and we have to guide them to get where they want to go way faster. So in this case, as I said, you will lose traffic as people start to scroll. So in this case, I'm going to show you one example. We have here a tool called Heatmap. Doesn't matter on what page you are. This is a product page for the same client that I showed you. And as you can see, 100% of the traffic sees this. You see this, the 100% percentage, 3,000 visitors for this specific product. Now, as they start to scroll lower, you will see that the percentage of traffic decreases and increases dramatically. Here it was 98%, here it's 60%, and here it's 45%. And that applies everywhere on the website. It's the same thing with you guys. So you already lost some people in this area, and they might not even see the categories. They might not see why TikTok can't stop talking about it. They cannot really see a lot of this stuff, even if you guys might have spent a lot of time thinking about how we should make this. This is not as important. So what do we do here? We take all of the good stuff that you have here. We might not necessarily have to remove it, but we add it in this section here. And how do we do this? We see which one has a higher click-through rate, a higher conversion rate, and a higher revenue per visitor. And we look at these data points and these data points. And we see which ones from the best sellers. For example, they can be here, and instead of having just the bestseller, I can have UK bestsellers or top authors and have that category added in here. Now people do not have to go here. They will don't imagine one button, two buttons, three buttons, four buttons to get to UK bestsellers or top authors. Now we remove all of that and we put it in here. By doing that, you just removed 4 clicks from their journey. And people, they not all of them will stay on the website. Somebody's calling them. We need to be very quick and we need to spoon feed them just like babies. We have to make it super easy. So by doing that, you guys will end up making so much more money from the same traffic that is being sent to the website because the website is more user friendly. Now, this is just this section of the website. There are just so many others. Next thing is making this section first. As I press on this one will be covered. It's fine. Now you have more space. Again, I can see the same pop-ups. Now I cannot see the wish list straight away. I have to scroll. This adds friction. So as we move, these elements, they have to be hidden and only kept in the homepage, for example, or on the product page. What would I do in here is I would make these categories visual. So there is a big trend that is happening right now where a lot of the e-commerce brands, they just move to images and it converts so much better. Why? Because people associate photos way faster than text. So not to all of these ones, but what would I do, for example, let's say that you have a bestseller, some collections that are best selling. I would just take them out and make them bigger and put them in this area. Or you have like top 10 books that are selling year round amazingly well. We take them out, we study the data, and then we merchandise and we make them a section in this area. And now people will probably go to that specific books, but at least more people will go because they'll be like, oh, I didn't know that they have that book. And do you see how the psychology and the data starts to blend in right now, and it just makes sense. If we make them visual, we will save some of the space in this area. And I would remove, for example, let me close this because this is quite annoying. I would remove all of the social icons and I would just leave them in the footer because we don't want to take them out of the website. We want to keep them on the website in their purchasing journey. And I would bundle these together and I would make a smaller section. Now I would have so much space. I would have these icons taken out. It will be much more clean. Now, because of that, now we have space for unique selling propositions and testimonials. So as they shop around, customers will subconsciously have fears and motivations. Because of that, we want to study what are those triggers of fears and motivations, and we want to shove them in their face with a testimonial from a customer that says, oh my God, I received the book, it was perfect, and it arrived in 1 day or 2 days or whatever it is. That removes the fear of the customer of getting the book. And then they will realize that this is a trusted store. Now, because of that, you guys will make more money because the conversion rate will increase. And we want to remove those objections as they have them in the subconscious mind throughout their purchasing journey. You want to take them out of the way as fast as possible. So by doing that, you guys will end up making so much more. So I hope that now the data and the psychology effect and how we do the things just blend up nicely together. Now, let's go to one of the collection pages. So I'm going to go to best-selling books. So I would create a bundle page in this area. For example, something like this. So give me a second. I'm going to show you a screenshot. So I would have in this area, get up to 35% off or whatever. I would make like an offer in order to increase the average order value and make sure that instead of people just buying one or two books every time they come to your store, they end up buying 3 or 5 or even more, because you give them a reason to do that, because you give them a discount. And now I'm going to show you an example. There is this brand called Brez, different industry, but let's say they have this buy more, save more. And it shows them if you buy for 150 bucks or for 500, you save this amount of dollars. Now, if I press on this banner, I get to the bundle and save page that they have. So in this case, imagine that you have your books, you have the categories in this section, and it can be fiction, you can have a search bar, and now people can just search for the desired book, add it in here, choose the quantity, boom, and now they have the threshold that they can start to see. And this is how you will, instead of having from 100 people buying only for 100 pounds, you will have people that buy for 300 pounds, even if you give them a discount. But you will end up selling so much more and you will be so much more profitable. So this ties into offer testing. So I hope this thing makes sense. And this can be built. It's pretty complex, it's true, but this helps brands tremendously, and we can help with that. Now, going back to this, I can see that we have here this section. I would do the exact same thing that I said, to take the categories that are the most frequently visited and they have the higher conversion rate, and just put it in this section. It can be fiction, it can be this and this and that. Some people might want to jump from best-selling to fiction or whatever it is. They need to have that flexibility. This is what makes a user-friendly experience on the website. Now, I noticed that we also have the wish list icon, and we have it in here and in the product page. But if I press on it, okay, I add it to the list. Now, what? What happens? Where is my wish list? And we think that, okay, this is the pop-up that gets here. This creates friction. What would I do straight away if they press on the wish list, for example, is to make them, like, to help them make an account with you guys straight away. Now, there is an issue. I cannot see the wish list. Like, there should be an icon here that says wish list, so people know that they saved that book. And in some cases, it hasn't been maybe A/B tested, but we don't know if having a wish list is good or not. So by removing it, you can test if that just adds unnecessary friction, because some people might not need this. And there are some brands that use it, some brands that shouldn't have it. But in this case, the wish list is hidden somewhere here, which is not a good thing. It needs to be showcased. And what would I do? I would make the logo slightly smaller, so then we have more space. Now, as you can see, there's just so much more that I can talk about. Now, going to the PDP, based on AI algorithm that can be created, or apps that are based on the categories that we can attach. For example, this is a collection of 6 books, but let's say that is just one book. And in this case, I would do a couple of things. I would raise way higher a cross-selling section, which is this one. Customers also bought this item. Remember that this is called the above the fold section, and everything, if we put it as higher as possible, has an effect, because here you lost 50% of your customers, because as you can see here is the exact same thing. After the button, or even in this section, you already lost more than 50%. So if we put this before the button, now people will be like, and if it's related to their field, for example, they are into non-fiction, then you show them also other non-fiction books that are related to that. And based on that, Now they be like, oh, I also would like that. I know about that book. I know about the author. Boom, they add it to cart. Now you, instead of them purchasing only one, they got two. This is how you make so much more money, and this is how you squeeze the revenue from the same traffic. A lot of things that can be done here. Number one, this is my currency because I'm in Romania at the moment. Doesn't matter. What matters is that save 33%. I would like to reframe that and do the math for them. For example, it in this case would be you save £100 or you save £30 instead of save 33% because that doesn't give them a powerful reason enough to be like, oh my God, this is such a good deal. You know what I'm saying? So, what would I do instead here? Is I would just move this in the third place because I would like to show them the big price first, then the actual price, and then you save £30 in red, just as it is. Just changing that will help you guys. Now, next thing is add gift wrap. Instead of having the button that I added, and then I have two options, and then I have to press on this, and in here you give all of these details. Just simplify this. Show them one option and just choose, let's say, so you can simplify your backend operations and not have two colors all the time. Just have one that is really good, that it's taken the majority of the time. Let's say it's red, and just have it as a toggle button or as a simple checkbox. Oh, okay. So I don't know exactly what happened here. Um, what would I do here? More, I would just make this as a toggle. It's one click and it's boom, it's added to cart. They already know the price. And this will help you guys just squeeze more revenue because they don't have to click on it and then press another time. That's friction. The next thing that I would do is on all photos, on all products, just add benefits or unique selling propositions of why they should buy from you. Like, remember that not a lot of traffic will see the lower part of the website. You see it's 6% here. It's going to be 6% here too in this area. So here, for example, we have these super good unique selling propositions that nobody sees them, and you can just take them, make a general photo, and add it in this area, and then you give them a reason why they should buy from books to door. Oh, because I get this and this and this and that. Because people buy usually with emotion, but they justify with logic. So we have to give them reasons good enough for them to buy from you. There are so many other things that I would talk about here. I would remove the SKU because and the ISBN. Nobody really cares about that. Just simplify your website, make it much simple. And last thing, I would talk about the cart, which instead of having a cart page as you have here, this is called a cart page. I would just have a cart drawer. And by having a cart drawer that opens like that instead of taking them to another page, you will keep them. Let's say I'm on the collection page and I add a book to the cart from the collection page. That's incredible. I would want to uh, press X on the cart very quickly and like continue my shopping. I don't have to be taken out from the page and then getting back to it. So this is bad user experience. There is this thing called save for later, which I'm not really sure exactly what it does. This specific thing, I think it it takes out the product from the cart, and why exactly would we do that? I'm not really sure. So here I have this sticky add to cart, and I have it in here too. This is redundant. It gives them. You see, I have the 10% off. I have this button. I have this button. I have this. There are just so many things. This is bad user experience. And I see continue shopping. They are in the cart. We want to keep them in here and get them to the next step. The next thing, the tax included shipping calculator checkout. This creates anxiety in their subconscious mind, so this needs to be removed and just leave it for the checkout. You can add instead free returns or some other unique selling point that you guys have, and by doing that, it not only will reduce the anxiety, but they will feel reassured and be like, oh my god, it's awesome, I can return it if I don't like the book or something like, or if something happens to the book I can return it. It gives me peace of mind, and peace of mind makes money, and it means money to your bank account. Also, the gift wrap option, just make it more intuitive. Right now it's super close to the checkout, so if I have a fat finger, then I will just press unconsciously on checkout and be like, oh my god, but I wanted the gift wrap, and then I have to go back. So now I would just do two things. I would do this option, which is unlimited free delivery, which is the gold book to door card, a card or whatever, the membership or whatever it is. Just add it in here as an upsell and just make it easy, like one click and it's added, and they know all the benefits of that. Now nobody will take this, is even if you don't give them an easy way how to do it. And this just hurts your bank account, to be honest. uh, yeah, the other thing, I would just make the gift wrap option again, one click, boom, add it to cart. And we have three options here. This is the last thing I'm going to say because I spoke so much, because I'm very passionate about this, as you can probably tell. Having three options like Shop Pay, Google Pay, and checkout. Exactly, as you go to a restaurant and you have too many options, it gives you choosing paralysis. It's called in psychology. So by simplifying and having only one button or two, maximum two, you ease their thought process and they end up not feeling anxious, and then they get to the checkout and then they have less fear, because at the checkout the fear and the anxiety is at the maximum peak that they have. And if you reduce that by making the website more simple, more intuitive, you will end up making more money. So I hope that you like this audit. There are just so many other things that I could spoke about, and yeah, I would really want to know your feedback. What are your thoughts on the audit? And yeah, if you guys would like to speak, I would love to have a call. I would love to have a chat. Yeah, I would wish you a good day, and please let me know your thoughts. Bye.